In this video, we're going to take a look at the Blue Shadow challenge on HackTheBox. This is a medium forensics challenge, and there's no files for us to download here, so we can look at the description, which says a new supervirus has hit the internet and machines are failing at an unprecedented rate. We aren't sure what's happening. All we know is that it makes contact with the Twitter account Blue Shadow just before the machine fails. Can you get to the bottom of this mystery? You're my only hope. So we don't really have much to go on here apart from this Twitter account, so let's go to Twitter. That's interesting. I had something in my favorites there as well. What was that? Secret messages. And I remember this was a challenge. Previously you could encode, but yeah, it's it would allow you to do this kind of encode. I remember this being part of a 0 days CTF. But anyway, let's go to Twitter and let me log in. So I've logged in here and gone to the Blue Shadow account, which we were told to check out, and we can see that it's posting these binary strings of equal length each time. Let's actually grab a copy of that, just see how long it is. 281. Okay, is that? Let's just grab another one. It's an odd number. I was expecting it to be maybe a multiple of 8. Okay. No, okay, they're all 281 binary digits. We could go and try to take one anyway and go to ASCII2hex.com or CyberChef or whatever you want to bring up quickly. We put that in as binary and it's not really showing. There's no text or anything coming from that. So probably what we're going to want to do is try to scrape all of these strings together and see if we can turn them into something that way. I'm gonna have a look to see if there are any tools available to us to grab all of that. I'm no expert with open source intelligence or forensics around social media and stuff. So let's have a look. Twitter. There's this tweets analyzer, which I remember I had set up before. Actually, let's have a quick look at that. Which will, check. Analyze Twitter profile through its tweets, detecting average tweet activity by hour, by day, by week. Time zone, sources used, geolocations. Okay, so we could use this. I remember using this in the past. I don't know if this was for a CTF challenge, but I do remember setting this up. So we might try this. Let's see what else we have. I'm gonna see if we've got anything for Twitter CTF tool. T-info leak, intelligence analysis on Twitter. And what about Twitter scrape? Okay, that was interesting. Twitter scraper. Twitter scrape, we've got another interesting tool there. Let's try as well Twitter dumper. And here's another one, tweetlord. So we've got tweets analyzer. We have a Twitter scraper, T-info leak, complete open source tool for Twitter intelligence analysis. Okay. Alright, this one looks good. Let's start with the tweetlord. Open source Twitter profile dumper. At the moment, we particularly want to dump the tweets and hopefully get them into a readable format, which looks like this should be able to do for us. So we'll clone the repo. I'm going to set up a Python virtual environment here. It mentioned Python 3 on the GitHub, I believe. written in Python 3. So we'll set this up as Python 3, and then I'm going to do git clone. We'll go into the repo and then do pip install -r requirements and let it install whatever it needs to. And some setup that we have to do here. It mentions the first thing you need to do is set up API keys. So let's see if we run Python tweetlord, we get invalid syntax here. Let me try and find out what that's about. Good spelling. Okay, I'm going to click on the first link, something to do with Tweepy, so another tool probably we could use. This will stay an issue among users using pip install on Python 3.7 and greater. If you want to replace quickly, then, and they've given this command, so let's copy this, let's paste that, and they're doing that to the streaming.py, so we'll also do that to streaming.py and try to run it again. There you go, now it wants an argument, so let's give it a user, blue shadow, and here we get the error. So if we go back to the GitHub, it says that we need to set up credentials first. API keys usually found here. So you can see that I had this tweets analyzer. Let me see the details. It was probably set up years ago. Okay, no details at all really. Permissions. Okay, so we need to grab our tokens from here. Let's open up the credentials file, and in here we'll put our consumer key and our secret API key, and then we need to generate access tokens. I'll do this off camera. So I just grabbed those keys and then pasted those in as well. I'll be deleting all of this anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. I'll be deleting this afterwards. I didn't realize I still had it set up. And now that we have that done, let's try that again. Blue shadow, collecting basic account info, building the Excel file. So let's go in here and take a look at it. And we have the profile URL, and we've got the login name, username, and then just details about when was the account created, what's the followers, statuses. So that's not enough information. Let's go back and see what flags we can give the tool here. Let's do -h and pass it to user. We can give it these flags, or we can give it -all to say we want everything. So I want to go do that, and then -all, and it looks taking a little bit longer there. That looks good. Let's open that up, and this time we have a list of all the followers and their profiles and the profile images, and then we also have all of our tweets, the times. We can see the difference between the times here, 10 seconds between that, 10 seconds between these two, 10 seconds, okay. So we've got a common theme there. There's around 10 seconds between each of those entries. Is it every, yeah, it's every 10, it's going every 10 seconds pretty much. Alright, and then we have the data here. So we'll want to extract this data now and then see if we can format it into anything. So let's try and, oh, I want to just try and grab this, but it's going to give the URL as well, but okay, we'll grab that anyway. Let's open up Sublime, paste that in. Is it not giving the full? It's not giving the full characters there. Okay. Let's see the flags again. Was the tweet extended? That might be something else we need as well. Let's close that. do it again, dash A, and then also dash E. Hopefully it's gonna grab the full. Still took the same amount of time there, pretty much, but let's see. Yes, there we go. Cool. Alright, so we need the dash A and the dash E flag, and then grab those, paste those in there, and then each line is, oh, that's 280 characters. 280. They weren't 280 earlier, were they? 280. What were they on? Let's have a look. Let me grab that. Create a new file. Oh yeah, they were 280. Okay. I think I must have 281. I must have had in just the blank line or something as well. 280 characters, or 280 binary digits anyway. I mean, I'll see just from copying that, just see if we can throw it into the ASCII to hex now. Convert, just in case it was something that was all sent. No. Let's go to CyberChef. I'm going to add those in there. We'll say, what have we got here for binary operations from binary? Oh, this is looking, what's this? Ooh, blue shadow virus. .3, you did it. Okay. So where's my flag if I did it? Is there a HTB in here? There isn't a HTB. Okay. Delimiter, do we want to change the delimiter? None? No. CRL, no, okay. I'm just going to flick through these just in case. Okay. Order, see something dot found, order, shadow blue virus, okay. Keep going here, colon. I think the space seemed to look the best for us there. Flag length. Maybe this is some kind of file, so can we save it as a file? Save output to file. Download.dat. Okay. Save. And then copy downloads to here. We've got this download dot. Okay, it's just download. Yeah. Okay. So it if we go to check the strings there, you did it. Exploit.as. Okay. Presumably as well, let's pause this, check the magic file, or the magic operations to see if it does any. No, okay. No. Oh, I needed to turn that off that way. No, okay. I mean, it looks like some kind of binary, but we don't have a the file extension to indicate that. It's just I can see that we have our functions here. You know, we have a global offset table. You can see that as well. Reverse it next. Something antidote. Flag len. You've got the BSS start. So it looks like it's part of some kind of binary. Okay, so we've got that saved. Let's. Oh, here's the ELF as well. I wonder, is there an issue with the ordering of this that we, you know, because if we take this out, we have the ELF bit. Maybe we need to This needs to be reordered in a different way. If we go back to our Excel sheet, we have our times and dates here. This was 34, 31. Okay. Yeah, so I guess we want to reverse the orders of these lines. Let's see. Oh my god, every time I do -h in Linux it's always --help, and every time I do --help it's always -h. Okay, it's not mentioned here, but I think you can do reverse in this. Let's try and do tail-r and pass in. Oh, we don't have this saved anywhere. Let's save this somewhere, and we'll call it tweets, and we want to reverse tweets. Oh, it's an invalid option. Okay. Do we have tac? Tac --help. Let me minimize the screen so we can see the terminal a bit better. This probably isn't showing too well on the video. We'll see all the mistakes that I'm making. Okay, so tac, if we pass tac tweets to reverse tweets. You see this? Because it's going to write each line to the standard output last line first. That's so now if we let's do tail-1 tweets, and let's do head-1 reverse tweets, and they're the same. So we've reversed the files by the looks of it. So cool. Let's open up the reverse then, and let's copy this into CyberChef. Looking better. There's our ELF header at the beginning, starting to make a bit more sense. I'm not too sure about this down here, but let's. You will never ever attach me. I guess we're not going to be able to maybe debug this very well. Let's try and save this anyway. So when I save it, we'll just call it HackTheBox binary. What's the challenge called again? Oh, I'll call it Blue Shadow. And ELF. And we're going to save it. We're going to copy that to our local directory. Okay, 32-bit executable. Let's set it to executable, and let's try and run it. Blue Shadow virus, no antidote found. Execute in order 66. Okay. Let's try and see what this means. Could this potentially be a flag? I'm gonna. Or no, I guess it's looking for this antidote. All right, let's try and do some debugging then. So let's just check the strings in it as well. Blue Shadow. You can see these a bit clearer now. So we need to get it to say you did it then. We've got this exploit.asm, which was probably compiled from. And I still feel like this might be us related to our flag, but let's see anyway. Let's try and run it with ltrace. Blue Shadow. And you see there, it didn't. We couldn't get it, and that's kind of what we expected, because in the strings here it said you will never attach me. So we were kind of expecting to see that. Let's see if we can open this up in Geardra. go and create a new project here. I'm going to close down this Excel stuff because I think we're hopefully done with that. We'll create a new project called Blue, and we'll open the file, import file from CTF, HackTheBox Forensics, Blue Shadow, tweetlord, and Blue Shadow ELF. Error importing, okay. Not good. So we're not able to open that up in Ghidra either. Let's see what else we can do. Can we do radar, Blue Shadow? Check AFL, okay. S entry. Sections, okay, it's showing no sections, but we could see that we had the data and text and stuff here, which is interesting. Okay, this is our entry. We can say S, and then same again. So we can analyze it in here. We can go into the visual mode with doing capital V, and then again if we wanted to go into the graph mode, although it's not allowing us to actually do any more there. Okay, and let's have a look again. AFL. What other function do we have here? Just having a quick look at these. And finally, alright, let's see if we can attach it in GDB. Let's do GDB pwn debug and Blue Shadow ELF. Not executable format. File format not recognized. Let's see, did it load it at all? Disassemble. It's not looking like it. Info, functions, no. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna struggle with the debugging. Let's try and run it again. Blue Shadow ELF. We get the same output each time. What about if we pass in a parameter? So if we pass in depending on the parameter we pass in, we actually get different values here. Let's go back to could we get an idea? What about if we pass in Blue Shadow Virus as the name, as the parameter? Oh, okay. Ah. Okay. Of this exploit ASM, I might just try passing in exploit. I guess let's I'm assuming it needs to take in a password here to give us our flag, so let's try and research the challenge a little bit more. So the challenge was called Blue Shadow, and we're getting a message to say, let's do it again. no antidote found, executing order 66, Blue Shadow virus. So let's go to Google and search for Blue Shadow virus antidote, and we can see that there's a Star Wars fan page here, the Blue Shadow virus, and it says the Blue Shadow virus is a deadly disease that spread like a plague in the galaxy many years before the Clone Wars. Although it was eradicated, Dr. Nuvo Vindi of the Confederacy of Independent Systems re-engineered the virus on Naboo. He attempted to spread it across the planet but was stopped by the Galactic Republic and Jedi Order. So what's the antidote? It's not giving us an antidote. Oh, an antidote was able to be synthesized with the Rixa root. So let's run this again, and let's say Rixa, and we get the flag is on what looks like a flag. If we take that here and submit, challenge already solved. So that was our flag. I thought this was a really good challenge. We could have used probably any one of these tweet tools just to download all the tweets. But yeah, I thought there was some really good features to that. I hope you've enjoyed the video. And any questions, comments, leave them down below. Thanks.